Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Welcome back. So Cedric, the Days of 47 parade is wrapping up. It was great weather.
Great weather.
So now we're moving on to the fireworks.
Okay.
We need the same.
Yes.
Will we get that?
Listen, now, you asked the question. And, I like to answer questions.
You always have the answers.
Well, that's what we're going to try to bring. We're going to provide those answers for you coming up right now, shortly. Let's get right to it, as you'll be able to see here. Outside right now, if you notice, we got the blue sky, but we do have a few more clouds, as expected, building in across the northern half of the state, and that's because we've got a little bit of moisture that's out there that's trying to work its way into the area. Now, most of this moisture is in the form, in fact, the 99% of this moisture is in the form of cloud cover, but we may see an isolated downpour or two popping up in some places this afternoon. I'll show you where here in just a moment. 88 degrees outside, so it is warming up despite some of that extra cloud cover showing up. Here's some of the numbers in your hometown. We've got 85 degrees in Price, 76 in Ely, but 85 in Wendover, 88 degrees currently in Moab, 85 in Blanding, 80 degrees in Cedar City. Our friends at Lake Powell and over towards St. George is at 87 degrees, and we've got 80 degrees currently in Logan. All right, let's get you over to the weather map now, and as you can see here, we've got again, high pressure still anchored to our east. And notice we're seeing a lot of pop-up showers here across western portions of Colorado into portions of Wyoming. But as you get into the Beehive State, there's not a lot out there. But you probably noticed a couple of little blips of green, a couple across the northern half of the area. That was associated with some possible sprinkles this morning. But there's a lot of dry air in place out there. So you can see a sprinkle or two there up towards Evanston and Manila, but nothing really showing up until right about now. We're starting to see a little activity going up towards Uinta and areas around there. And that's going to be pretty much where we may see that pop-up shower or two developing today. Otherwise, it's a temperature forecast for most of us. Low to mid-90s up and down the Wasatch Front. We've got temperatures in the upper 80s to 90s over towards Castle Country. Again, the Uintas upper 80s to low 90s, except for if you see a downpour up there, we could maybe possibly see it a little cooler. But let's zoom in and show you some of your locations here. We're looking at about 91 in Tooele, 89 in Duchesne, 83 degrees expected in Manila today. As you look down towards the I-70 corridor, how about 83 degrees in Fairview, 93 in East Carbon, 91 in Vernal, and about 97 in Green River. And then down towards the south of the I-70 corridor, I've got you at about 98 degrees in St. George, 89 in Kanab, about 95 in Lake Powell, and about 97 degrees in the Hanksville area. Again, as I mentioned, as far as rain chances go, you really got to get up here towards the Uintas here, where we could see a very isolated rumble of thunder developing. So as we look at futurecast, we've had a couple of sprinkles out near Hanksville, and that activity may drift north. And this is kind of the area stretching from Huntington over towards Duchesne, up towards southwest Wyoming, where we could see a pop-up shower or two. Most of the area, though, dry. Look at that sunshine up and down the Wasatch Front. So I'm not expecting rainfall in the valleys. It's going to be primarily a chance up in the high mountains there. High pressure builds in for our Friday and Saturday as it retrogrades back towards the west. So we will stay on the dry side with lots of sunshine expected around here. So if you're heading to the fireworks show this evening, it's going to be warm, especially early in the evening. But notice great conditions by 9, 10 o'clock tonight as we see those temperatures dropping back into the upper 70s with, again, mostly clear skies out there, so not expecting too many problems when it comes to that activity. So St. George, 98 degrees for your high today, 99 on Friday, and then notice for the weekend we get back close to the triple digits, but it does look to remain dry. There are signs, though, as we get towards the latter half of next week and beyond, we could see a little more active and maybe wetter patterns showing up, but in the meantime, it's looking pretty dry and quiet out there across the area with temperatures in the mid to upper 90s across the Wasatch Front.